Yep. Go ahead. So when your design is transferred and your dots are connected, and all we did here is connect these dots with the needle tool, I like to actually cut in about that much. So a couple millimeters, I'll cut in. It just makes it easier to start carving along the lines and carve a clean line. So I'm cutting in. And now we're ready to actually start carving. And I'm going to point out that this stepstone is a little on the soft side. So I can tell a dead giveaway is the clay sticks to the tool. When you see clay sticking to the tool, it's really best to just wait another day uncovered until it dries out a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get this started anyway. And I want you to notice that there's a shape to this tool. There's a flat end and there's a corner. And we're trying to carve out the negative area, which according to the design, this is the negative area. We're going to lower that down no more than 1/4 inch. That's about 1/4 inch. And I have rulers over on the wedging table if you need to actually measure. So we're going to call this the plateau and this the valley floor. So right now I'm carving out the valley if we're talking about the stepstone as a landscape. Features of the landscape we want to have are plateaus, cliffs, and the valley floor. The plateau we're not going to touch because that's all the positive space. The valley floor though, we want it to be all the same depth. So I don't want it deep here and shallow here. I want everything the same depth. Again, it's clay a little on the wet side, so I can tell because it's leaving boogery edges and it's sticking to the tool. In a corner like this, I might turn around and use this part of the tool and see how I'm cutting straight down, and then I'm going to use this kind of as a shovel and just scoop it out. And so tight spaces are going to be a little slower and a little bit more tedious, but not impossible. I might even just scratch it out. So it's okay to leave some texture on your valley floor from the tool. We will get rid of those marks later. So right now I'm trying to focus on making sure that the plateau is not touched, that this cliff right here, that cliff face is as straight up and down as possible. And here's what I want you to think about. Take a little U and shrink yourself to this tall. So there's mini-me, and I'm standing on the cliff, and I run across the plateau. I'm running. I come to the edge of the cliff, and I jump off. I should fall straight down and splat on the valley floor below. You don't want to be bouncing off the surface. You don't want to slope to that cliff. So I'm going to make sure I really have it straight. At the same time, I don't want to move the line. So this is the first rough cut of the carving. Once you have it all roughed out, so again, the cliff's straight, the valley floor is level, all the same depth, then we'll go into cleaning up the surface and get rid of all the texture. So this is just the beginning. We're going to carve all of this negative shape out. And that's how you start carving. The next video is how to clean up your rough cuts.